Hello and welcome. Today we will be going over a recap of my year last year and what some of my plans are for this upcoming year. So, last year, 2020, the world was pretty much on fire for everyone, but despite that, I still got a bit accomplished. Maybe oddly, I might not have accomplished as much as I wanted to and planned to had I not been in quarantine because it kind of removed all temptation of going out away. I am a bit of an extrovert and it allowed me to 100% focus on school and bettering myself in some ways. So I had taken a online coding school. I'm not going to go into which one it was though. And I had completed it and excelled at it, did really well in it. Got to help out a nonprofit with coding, got my first coding job. It was like a temp job that was like a contract job. Got to help teach people how to code, like beginners, people where I was at like months before that. So that was just awesome, like to have that experience. Like I said, I am an extrovert. I love to go out, love to party, love to go to bars, clubs, house parties, love to meet people. Didn't really get to do much of that in 2020. I didn't go out at all. I didn't want to be like one of those people that, was basically accidentally the bringer of death, getting everybody sick. So I was good and I stayed inside. In terms of being femme, I presented for the first time at work, presenting as a woman, which was pretty awesome. Hadn't done that at a job in the past. Actually, jobs I've worked in the past had not been so open-minded, so it was awesome to have like a work environment like that. Now for 2021, the year that we are in now. So I have some goals. Don't know if I'm gonna accomplish them, but hope I do. Fingers crossed, would make life a lot better. So hoping to like eventually land my first full-time software engineer job this year. Preferably something that is not contract either, something that I can have like a mentor at and kind of like grow, because like for me, like that's what it's about. It's about like growth, right? Like I want to become a better developer. So I'm hoping I can find that. If I could find something remote, that would be even better. So, and to be honest, like the finances from that would be life-changing for me because it would be nice if I can get a bigger place to live. Like, like I'm like an 8 by 8 room right now. I'm like I have zero space. Looks like I have a bit of space, but I actually don't really have much. Like I feel like I'm like boxed in a coffin. So it would be awesome to get a good job, move out, get a bigger place, maybe turn like a room or a section of a room into like a little studio, get some better like recording equipment and stuff. I think stuff like that would be awesome. And it would also be cool if later in the year the vaccines are effective, restrictions start coming down. Maybe in a few months we could start going out again. Maybe if things are better by June, hit up Pride, start going out to like parties and stuff again. Now it's probably going to be a while before things are completely back to normal, but I'm hoping that in another 6, 8 months that, the world starts to take steps back in that direction. At least that's the hope as an extrovert that loves to go out and do things. And, I wanted to make videos going out and hitting places up, and I can't do that with everything locked down. I'm definitely not going to chance anything because like I said, like I don't want to get anyone ill. Like I'm not really too worried about myself, but like I don't want to be one of those people that accidentally gets somebody else sick. In terms of the channel, I'm still considering potentially changing the channel's name. Not 100% sure on what I would yet. It's been a thought on my mind for literally the past year, maybe longer. Because this channel was made many, many years ago, even though I've probably only been uploading content on it for what, 2 or 3 years maybe. So changing the name has definitely been something on my mind. Especially since like a lot of times I've heard people say that like they watch one of my videos and sometimes they get like random other videos of like peacock birds and stuff like popping up in their feed. So maybe if you watch like enough of them, like gender related stuff pops up, or maybe the algorithm's got it sorted out now these days. But that's something I have heard in the past, which is kind of funny, but might not necessarily bring people to the type of content they're looking for. Besides that, I had been thinking of like writing poetry and short stories, and I haven't been sure if that's something that I want to like include on this channel. It's something that I'd made a poll in the past on, and predominantly like people wanted to see it on this channel, or if it's something I want to make a separate channel on. So it's like if people wanted to see like my poetry or stories, not that I would think that those would pick up too much. But if anyone did, like they would all be kind of like sectioned off there. So I'm not really sure how I want to approach that yet. And that's something else that would be like really cool about finding a job in the future. Hashtag hire me. Is that once I find a job, like leftover income and stuff like I could use to do things like edit some of my work, like my writing, like pay somebody to go over it. And not that my writing's terrible, but if you publish something online, you want to make sure not to miss like any semicolons because people are pretty rough and they tear apart stuff pretty viciously. So I'd want to at least invest a little bit into stuff like that, and stuff like that can be pretty expensive, which is understandable because you want to pay people fairly for the work that they do. Also, this year, I want to get my eyebrows done. It's been, I don't know. Last time I got my eyebrows done was probably like a week before the virus started. So like long, long time ago. I've had bushy eyebrows for a while. I've contemplated teaching myself to do my eyebrows, but I'm kind of worried what they'll end up looking like. You can probably see them through my wig a little bit, but I'm not gonna lift it up so you can see my bushy brows right now. But it's definitely something I want to mow over and thin out. Like I tend to like the thin arched look, goth girl look. So, and I think like nice eyebrows are something that look nice on everybody, regardless of like the gender that you present on as. So I would definitely like to get my eyebrows done this year. And on a beauty note, I definitely need to buy some new makeup, but it's something I don't have the money for right now, but when I do, because I feel like some of my makeup I've had for a while, and you're supposed to replace it every so often, but it's been a very, 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 very long time since I've replaced any of my makeup. So maybe it's time to out with the old and in with the new for some of that. On that note, let me know what some of your plans are for this year and what your life was like last year. I know it was like chaos for a lot of people. Um, but even with chaos, sometimes there's still positive life changes. Like I said, like I grew a lot as a software developer, and I'm kind of glad I had that journey. And the removed temptation of going out definitely helped me kind of increase my skills in those areas. Not that life was all good. There's a lot of hardship, definitely financially, uh, for myself. And I know a lot of people are going through other rough times, finances, sickness, death. So I've definitely been lucky in some of those regards because like I haven't been ill. Nobody close to me has been very ill. So, hopefully it stays that way. But looking to a brighter tomorrow as things do get better. Like, what are your plans for this year? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go when we can go places again? And on that note, I am out and bye.